Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. I want to share with you today the 6 myths around sales prospecting. Comes right from my book, High Profit Prospecting. If you like the video, I want you to hit subscribe and hey, go out and pick up a copy of the book too. I'm going to walk through the 6, and then I'm going to come back and give you some detailed ideas, some detailed strategies that you can implement immediately around each one of the 6. Number 1, one and done. Thinking I make one call to somebody and I'm done. Number 2, I'll prospect when I get done taking care of existing customers. Number 3, it's impossible to have a dedicated time to prospect. Number 4, we've made it this long without having to prospect, so why should we start now? Number 5, if we just give great customer service to our existing customers, we'll never have to prospect. And number 6, only born salespeople are capable of prospecting effectively. Okay, those are the 6. Let me go through, and now let me come back and add some meat around each one of these. One and done. This comes down to simply having this problem. Gee, we need customers. We need business. So let's go out and make a bunch of phone calls, have a bunch of prospects. And I talk about this in my book, and I've seen companies do this. And then what happens is they get one little piece of business that falls in their lap, and they think, oh, it's good. Everything's good. You see, one and done doesn't work. What I want to do is I want to have fewer prospects. You heard me right, fewer prospects. Don't start what you can't finish. I want to have in my pipeline enough prospects and only enough prospects that I can work through a cadence. And that cadence might be 10 touches, might be 15 touches, it might be touches, it might be 20 touches. Now remember, each one is different. The exact time frame, I got plenty of other videos out on my website. Go out and grab them, or out on my YouTube channel. Go out and grab them. They're there for you to learn from. But you have to build a cadence that fits for who you're prospecting and what their needs are. But thinking one and done is not going to cut it. Number 2, I'll prospect when I'm done taking care of existing customers. This is what customer service is for. Customer service takes care of customers. Salespeople go out and find incremental business. But let's get serious about this. You see, what happens here is that we get so caught up dealing with existing customers. What happens is we actually overservice existing customers. We overservice them because we're afraid we're going to lose them, or we're afraid of something, or management is harping on us. Hey, take care of this, check this, check this. And there's such a focus on existing business that there's no focus on new business. You see, I don't care what you feel or how you feel about existing customers. You must have a dedicated time each day. You see, I always ask people, do you remember to go to sleep at night? You know, do you remember to eat? Do you remember to shower? Do you remember? Yeah. There are plenty of other things that you make time for. You must make time for prospecting, which is number 3, and that's having the dedicated time. People say, well, you don't understand my business. You don't understand my customers. They call at all hours of the day. I got to respond to them. Here's the whole thing. A question I love to ask is, do you take your phone with you to the restroom? And if they say, yes, I do. And I say, do you answer it? And I go, yes, I do. Okay, then you have another problem. But here's the whole thing. Nobody expects instantaneous. If I'm buying from you and you're my salesperson and I call you and you're always just right there for me, I may think that's great, but what does it also tell me? You must not be very busy. You must not be very busy. You see, here's the whole thing. I have to have a dedicated time each day to prospect. And that might be, it may only be 1 hour a day. It might be 3 hours a day. It might be 1 day a week. It might be 4 hours a day. You have to have dedicated time. And everybody in your company must respect that. It's the prospecting hour. It is the prospecting hour. What is your prospecting hour? What is your prospecting? And you've got to be deliberate and focused on that. Never sit there and say, see, 2 and 3 are very intertwined. You know, I'll prospect when I get done taking care of existing customers and dedicated time. You have to have that dedicated time. Here's what to do. Set yourself up for easy wins. Set yourself up for just one 30-minute window. One 30-minute window. When you master that, then you expand. Then you say it's 45 minutes, then it's an hour, then it's maybe 2 windows a day or 2 windows a week or whatever it is. But set yourself up for something. Don't sit there and say, I'm going to block out all day Friday for prospecting. It's never going to happen if you've never done that before. Set yourself up to win. Number 3, or 4, we've made it this long without having to prospect. So why should we start now? This is where a lot of new salespeople and a lot of young companies fall into trouble. What happens is they get some initial success and they've gotten some good business and they suddenly feel, hey, this is great. I don't have to prospect. I don't have to do this. This is so good. See, here's the whole problem though. The music is going to end. The music is going to end. And remember the old game musical chairs? The music is going to end and you're not going to have a chair to sit in. Yeah, you're going to be left standing. You're out of the game. You see, this is what happens so frequently to new salespeople. They may have existing customers that they can bring over with them or relationships, something like that. But I have to make sure, and again, comes back to that dedicated window of time. I don't care how good business is for you. You must have a dedicated time that you're prospecting. Number 5, if we just provide great customer service to our existing customers, then we won't have to prospect. Okay, now I want to provide great customer service, but this goes back to the whole role of customer service and sales. You see, customer service is about maximizing opportunities with existing customers. Sales is about creating incremental opportunities. Now, I'm going to go down a path here for just a second. There are only 4 ways you get sales. There's only 4 ways. One is with existing customers. 2 is existing customers refer you or connections that bring you to additional business. 3, there's just inbound business. Business just falls in your lap. And what happens is many companies, young companies, are able to take advantage of those 3, but they forget number 4, which is the biggest one, and that's sales. Sales, truly outbound selling. And see what happens is over a long time, and I just saw this with an organization that I just found out they'd been in business 4 years and they just shut down this week. Because you know what happened? They had a great product and they thought they were good, but they never told the world. They never sold the product. And I see this so often with salespeople. They wind up having to get out of sales because they weren't successful, because they weren't selling, because they were relying on the first 3. See, so great customer service, great. It may make you feel good, but I can become victim of just taking care of that stuff and never going out and getting new business. Last one, only born salespeople can prospect. I hate this. I hate this. Here's why. Here's what I want you to stop and think and ask yourself this question. Do you believe you can help others? Do you believe you can help people? Do you believe and do you have customers that in the past that you've been able to help? Yeah, all those questions. Then it's your obligation to get in touch with people. See, because if you know you can help somebody and you don't reach out to them and tell them how you can help them, you've done them a disservice. You've actually hurt them. You have hurt them. Think about that for a moment. That's powerful. You see, there's no such thing as a born salespeople. There are just salespeople who want to share, who want to talk. And if I believe in something, I want to share it with others. You see, there's 2 reasons why you want to be prospecting. 1, because you have a story to tell. Well, it's not a story to tell. It's questions you can ask. I don't want to get you set up that all it is storytelling. Because you can help others. Because you can help others see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. And 2, you owe it to yourself, your family, and the other employees in your company. Because if you don't create sales, they don't eat. You see, in any organization, sales is what really allows everyone else in the organization to eat. That's why I prospect. That's why I love doing what I'm doing. Hey, those are the 6 myths. If you like it, hit subscribe. I put a new one out each week. Grab the book. Also, I got an ebook down below for you to grab. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Great selling.